Yo, what's up guys, welcome back. So today I have an Eldlich Invoked deck profile for you guys. I'm just gonna do the deck profile, not even going to bother with a combo because it's a control deck. It's very trap based, and I'm just gonna show you the profile right now. So starting things off, of course, we are playing 2 copies of Eldlich the Golden Lord. For this engine I'm also running only 2 copies of Cursed Eldland, 1 copy of Black Awakening. After that, for some more Eldlich cards, I am also running 3 copies of Scarlet Sanguine, 3 copies of Conquistador, and 2 copies of Aquero with a single copy of Golden Land Forever. The reason for only 2 copies of Cursed Eldland, by the way, is because you do not want it on the field at all times, because you want to be able to attack with monsters other than zombie monsters. Next up, of course, 3 copies of Alistair the Invoker, along with 3 copies of Magical Meltdown, 2 copies of Invocation, and a single copy of Terraforming. It's a pretty standard Invoked lineup. Next up, some hand traps. 2 copies of Ash, 2 copies of Ghost Mourner, 2 copies of Ghost Ogre. Reason for this is because we have a light, wind, and a fire, so a lot of targets for Invocation to fusion summon with, and also not a lot of people are prepared for Ghost Ogre and Ghost Mourner. They are very good cards, but your opponent will not have an out with things like Crossout Designator. And for some final hand traps, I'm also running 3 copies of Infinite Impermanence. Just a very good hand trap. After that, I know some people won't like this, but I am running the Dragoon engine in this build. Yeah, you could cut this potentially and play some more traps, but Dragoon is just a powerful card. 2 copies of Triple Tactics. It's just an insane Yu-Gi-Oh card. 1 Called by the Grave, and then 2 Dogmatica Punishment, rounding out the 40 card main deck. Now let's get into the extra deck. First up, I am running 1 Artemis. So when you normal summon Alistair, you go into Artemis and then you can make your Invoked Makaba. 1 Imdug, the World Chalice Dragon. This is here to get your Eldlich traps into the graveyard, because they are normal monsters. Of course, 1 Predaplant for the Anaconda for Dragoon, and then 1 Access Code Talker to round out the Link monsters. After this, I am playing 1 copy of Constellar Pleiades. You can make this one with 2 Eldlich traps, and then 1 Gustav Max, and of course 1 copy of Leap when you have 2 Golden Lords on the field. This is insane to swing for game. I do not play Zeus in this build, but you could potentially run him. You could cut one of the Invoked monsters and run Zeus instead, but I chose to go with Invoked Galiga, Invoked Ragin, 1 Invoked Purgatrio, Invoked Algides, and then of course 2 copies of Invoked Makaba. And then for our last 2 monsters in the deck, 1 copy of Elder Entity, and then of course 1 copy of Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. And that is it for the deck profile. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.